Dunsparce, known as one of the most useless Pokemon out there in the Pokemon community. But is it so useless to be untiered? All of its stats aren't all that impressive compared to other Stage 1 evolutions. Pokedex entries to date have all mentioned how good it is at hiding, digging, backwards weirdly as its tail is a drill, but also flying, well, floating. The main attraction of course is that it does not evolve. There were so many options for Dunsparce to take, but the Pokemon gods themselves decided it was a great idea as it was, and so I thought I'd test that theory by finding out if Dunsparce could solo the Kanto region in Fire Red. It's your boy XRX, like and subscribe and let's get into this video. So of course we go to Professor Oak, we get our Dunsparce, we name it Sub to XRX. Bit of fun, bit of self-promotion, and of course we fight Gary for the first time. Professor Oak feels like trying to tell us how to fight. We are filled with rage, we keep raging, we then go to Celadon, get his parcel, we come back down, we think we'll check his ability. Of course we are blessed when we see Serene Grace, so any status type moves we want to use, it's coming, we get that paralyze, we got that poison. Anyway, we go back, we get the Pokedex, we get 5 Pokeballs, we're not going to use them. We chat to Gary and we're gone. We next see Gary over by the Elite Four. We take down his Pidgey very nice and easily, and then we take on his Charmander, which we more or less two-shot. We then make our way through the forest. We go to the gym. We fight Brock. Brock, bit of a struggle. All we had was Rage. Rage not particularly helpful in this type of situation. We were level 17 after quite a bit of training, but as you can see, lots and lots of Rage led to Geodude eventually going down, and then we were left with Onix. Onix hitting us with the Rock Tomb, slowing us down, and with the Bind for that damage over time, but luckily Sub to XRX wasn't affected by the Bind. We ate those tackles in the end, and the final Rage finishes off Onix. We of course beat Brock, get our first badge, and we proceed with the campaign. We then are outside of Mount Moon. We decide we're going to go in, heal up. We're going to go across and get our Magikarp for 500. And of course, in the theme of good names, we're going to call him HM Magikarp, as he will only ever be used for HMs in this run, as it would be physically impossible for me to complete the challenge without HM Stable 2. So we have HM Magikarp added to the team, and then we go through Mount Moon. We make our way from Mount Moon, where Sub to XRX learns Rollout. We spend some time working out what to get rid of, but we get rid of Glare, as we feel that Yawn is going to be more effective. Get to Cerulean, we fight our rival again. Luckily, because we learned Rollout, everything's going to be bliss from here. Rollout takes out Pidgeotto, takes out Rattata, takes out Charmander, and of course, takes out his Abra, who was never a challenge anyway. Once we defeat Gary, we go and visit Bill. He gives us the SS ticket, and then we head back to the Cerulean gym where we defeat the Staryu, and then Misty sends out her Starmie. With the Starmie, it was a bit more annoying as it had Water Pulse, which kept confusing me. It's a special type move, but luckily we had built up Rollout from the previous fight, which knocks it out in one go. Second badge down. Misty is then defeated. We get the Cascade badge, lets us use Cut. We then make it to Vermilion City. We go straight out to the SS Anne, and we fight Gary again. After playing this game again, I didn't realise how much we actually fought Gary. He asks how my Pokédex is going on. I've caught 2 Pokemon, of course. And he challenges us to a fight in order to get Cut. So of course he sends out Pidgeotto first. We only send out XRX. We use Rollout a bunch of times, build his Pokemon, it comes to his last Pokemon, Charmeleon, but of course, we have Rollout, we're basically a Rock type. Gets a critical hit, super effective, and he's down. Gary is defeated. Of course, Gary's not happy, pays us some money. We then go upstairs, we rub the captain's back in order to get Cut so we can carry on with the story. We then leave SS Anne and head to the gym where we fight Surge. He starts off with his Voltorb. We hit up with the defense curl. We're of course then going to go into a rollout. He hits us with a screech, lowering our defense, but that's fine. We hit him with the rollout. The rollout does quite a bit of damage. Shockwave doesn't do anything, so we just keep hitting him with the rollout. Voltorb goes down. Next out is going to be his Pikachu. Pikachu comes out, and of course we roll out from Voltorb before, and Pikachu is down. And next we are attempted to learn Pursuit. Of course we're unsure what to choose when it comes to changing his moveset, but we work out we haven't used Yawn yet, so we get rid of Yawn, 1, 2 and poof, and we are now the proud owner of Pursuit. Raichu comes out, uses double team, but we use rollout. Luckily it hits first time, and Raichu is out of here. That is the 3rd gym badge completed. Vermilion City, we will see you later. We of course then make it through, well, back up to Rock Tunnel where it's a bit dark, so we skip through that. Happy days. We are now in Lavender Town. We then realise we can't do anything there really, so we go to Celadon. We challenge Erica, where Erica's Victory Bell. The poison in this was a bit more annoying. In the meantime, we sort of rage for takedown, which as you can see is much better for me. Luckily we aren't poisoned on that first move, so we think we're going to go into rollout now. Build up the rollout, make it more powerful when we get towards the end. And luckily for us it misses the stun spore. Let me tell you, I did take a fair few attempts at Erica. Victory Bell goes down easily in the end. Luckily he missed all of his moves. Erica then sends out Tangela, to which we use our rollout, previously built up from the Victory Bell. Happy to see a one-hit kill because Tangela had the Leech Seed and Ingrain sort of heal themselves cheese going on. Erica then decides to send out her Vileplume, her main Pokemon. We hit it with a rollout and the health just goes down. Erica has been defeated. It is then time to go into the Rocket Hideout. We make our way through. We fight Giovanni after having a quick look at his laptop just to make sure everything's all squeaky clean there on the tax side of things. We of course are anticipating the ground types and the Kangaskhan. He sends out his Onix, to which we end up defeating him, going for Kangaskhan. We hit him with takedown, and Kangaskhan is out of here. That is Giovanni defeated. Of course, Giovanni, once we defeat him, drops the Silph, and we head back to Lavender Town. We find Gary mourning over his dead Raticate. We hit him with just a lot of rollouts. Rollout takes down the Pidgeotto. He ends up sending out his Gyarados, which has Dragon Rage. That was very annoying. Execute, one hit with the rollout. Kadabra, I think he ends up lowering our accuracy. He also disables rollout at some point, so we go for Pursuit, one hit KO, and then Charmeleon comes out. But luckily for us, we have rollout still, which hits him with 2 hits, and Charmeleon is down. We beat Gary, and then we make our way through Lavender Tower, where we fight the Ghost, which ends up being a Marowak. We of course use our rollout, our trusty rollout, which defeats it in 4 hits. We then head upstairs, we save Mr. Fuji, who takes us back to his house. Once we have the flute, we leave Mr. Fuji's and go to Celadon, where we make our way through the Silph Company. We find Gary strangely in the Team Rocket base, where he hits us with a Pidgeot. We of course use rollout, start building up that power. He sends out Gyarados, we miss, so he ends up starting the rollout again. Charizard ends up getting hit with rollout, Execute gets his rollout, Alakazam gets hit with rollout, and Gary has been defeated by a rollout. We then meet with Giovanni here again, so within 2 very short periods of time, we fought Giovanni twice. We end up using rollout over and over and over again, defeating his Rhyhorn. He is unhappy that he's lost again. We of course go speak to Mr. Man at the top there with his Master Ball production. and he gives us the Master Ball. We then make our way to Sabrina's gym, where we, quite luckily, I was randomly choosing where to go in these, and we ended up straight at Sabrina without fighting any trainers. So I go straight into the Sabrina fight, where Sabrina, with her extensive library of Psychic-type Pokemon, gets defeated because of Rollout. Sabrina saying she didn't work hard enough makes sense to me, as we then defeat them. We then think we need some more HMs to be used, so we go pick up the Eevee. We go down to Fuchsia City, where we decide we also need to get the HMs, but first we fight Koga. Koga was a bit of an annoying fight because he had Toxic and he was able to stall us out enough with a Toxic minimize type strategy. Eventually we break him down to just his Muck, where luckily because of Rollout we were able to defeat him with some sort of ease. Turns out his final Pokemon being Weezing, but we hang in there with the poison, and Sub to XRX defeats the boy Koga. We get the Soul Badge, we go through the Safari Zone, find some teeth, give it to this guy, get Strength, get the mystical item behind the boulder, which of course is a rare candy, and we make our way down towards the Sea Foam Islands, where of course Articuno would normally be. We get to Sea Foam Islands and we make our way through it, end up on Cinnabar Island, we heal up, and we decide to go through the house. We get the secret key, we make our way to the Pokemon gym where Blaine is. Of course we answer very tough questions to get through this gym. Tough questions including questions like, Caterpie evolves into Metapod? Of course I answer, well, I think for a long time, and then I choose yes, to which we're correct, and after many questions, Blaine hopes I have a burn heal. Growlithe comes in straight away. Luckily for us, Sub to XRX is more or less our rock type. We go for Rollout. We of course take a couple Fire Blasts from Growlithe, which are quite heavy to hit. We beat his Ponyta with Rollout, we beat his Rapidash with Rollout, and last but certainly not least, we fight his Arcanine. We fight his Arcanine and we get our attack cut, as you would imagine, from his Intimidate, but the Rollout doesn't matter. You see his health slowly go down, and Arcanine has been defeated. That would mean Blaine has been defeated, and that is our 7th gym badge. We then fly to Viridian City using our Magikarp that can fly. We then make our way to the final gym leader. We make our way through the puzzle to which Giovanni is stood there, and we fight Giovanni for a 3rd and final time. This time Giovanni starts with a Rhyhorn, so we start with a Defense Curl, obviously to set up for that Rollout. Rollout slowly but surely getting rid of the Rhyhorn. Out comes Nidoqueen, who just takes one of our Rollouts. Nidoking comes out, we hit him with another Rollout. Nidoking is down. Of course, we still have what I think at the time was the Kangaskhan, but of course it was Dugtrio. So we hit Dugtrio with a takedown. Dugtrio, of course, gets taken down, and then that leaves Rhyhorn, to which we use Pursuit, and with that Rhyhorn down, that makes Giovanni the final gym leader defeated. Of course, we then make our way back to the Elite Four, where we fight Gary again in the alleyway. We set up for our Defense Curl rollout situation. We take down the Pidgeot. We then have to take down the Gyarados. And we end on the Charizard, which eats the rollout, and Gary was defeated. He questions his existence, and we make our way through the Victory Road. We show him we have the Border Badge. We show him we have the Cascade Badge. We show him we have the Thunder Badge. We go through. We show him we have the Rainbow Badge from Erica. We of course use our Surfing Magikarp to show him the Soul Badge. We then go on our Magikarp again to show him the Marsh Badge. We make our way through a very difficult puzzle and show him the Volcano Badge. And last but not least, we go the wrong way and show this guy the Earth Badge. And that leads us all Victory Road. We make our way through Victory Road, and we get lucky by choosing the right alleyway to go down first time. We make our way through, and I line up the Elite Four. Now, we are ready for the Elite Four. We have bought potions to heal up in between battles, and Lorelei is the first one. She sends out Dugong, who was a bit annoying as it would always set up the hail. So we start with a rollout, which luckily for me, rollout is super effective. We continue as it uses its full restore, and we use rollout. Cloister using protect ruined the rollout. Luckily we had our takedown, which did a lot of damage. We sit there thinking for a while and end up going for a rollout as it decided to hail. With its protect it was very annoying, but we got through it and Slowbro managed to not defeat us. We then use rollout on Lapras as a final Pokemon. They use Jinx, and we defeat that with rollout. We then make our way to Bruno. We of course heal up in between the fight, and Bruno is next on the list. He sends out Onix. Luckily we have strength, so I want to avoid him using the Earthquakes too many times, because Earthquake, we don't have as many of those as we do strength. But Hitmonchan comes out, we use strength. Hitmonlee comes out, we use strength. With those two down, we think and we remember, what does he have left? And here comes Machamp with Cross Chop. Cross Chop luckily doesn't finish me off, and we're able to get up a final Earthquake on Onix, just about managing to defeat Bruno. Next up was Agatha, which was the whole reason I decided to teach sub to XRX Pursuit. He starts off with a Gengar. I'm thinking, amazing. We'll just use rollout. He hits us with a Toxic and then full restores us. So of course we get very low to dying and poison, to which I use a full restore. Don't judge me, they're allowed to use like 7. I think I will use the 1. So we use rollout on the Arbok, we use rollout on the Gengar. Haunter is the last Pokemon. We use rollout after he uses full restore, and Haunter is down. Therefore Agatha has been defeated. We then heal up in between fights and we challenge Lance. Lance of course being the Dragon Master. There are also talks of him being the Flying type trainer. Gyarados of course being a Water Flying type being defeated. Aerodactyl being the Rock Flying type being defeated. Dragonite, the Flying Dragon type, defeated. Leaving him with Dragonair, to which we use rollout again. Rollout of course taking him down, making sub to XRX level 94. Second Dragonair down. We move on to the next and final battle of this challenge. We heal up in between and we go on to Gary, who we have defeated multiple times already, but he thinks he can stand up to my Dunsparce in this final bout. We hit it with rollout for what could be the last time. Pidgeot goes down. Of course Alakazam comes out, gets 1 hit. Executor gets 1 hit. Vidon nearly gets 1 hit. Of course Gary uses the full restore a couple times, but thanks to Earthquake we were able to deal with that. Gyarados comes out, we hit it with rollout as it tries to Dragon Rage us down. Charizard comes in with a Fire Blast, we use rollout, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is us. defeating the Kanto region with just a Dunsparce. We of course get questions as to why he lost. I tell him it's Dunsparce. Professor Oak turns up, and as we enter the Elite Four, I just want to thank you all for the support. Over the past 2 months I've been doing YouTube, we've hit 50 subscribers. I am so gassed that happened. We are planning our next series as we speak, so hopefully you guys won't be too bored for too long. So as we enter the Hall of Fame with sub to XRX this Dunsparce, confetti rains down, you see my character go across to the right, and thank you all so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. I will see you all in the next series, which should be coming out sometime within the next week. Stay posted, stay cool. Thank you very much for watching, and peace out, everyone.